Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on last year's national champion, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Florida State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down marker. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. Calls his own number. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Levy. Never seems to take the big hit. Finds enough room to get to the 29.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
So now it's second and long. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, he'll throw it. Quick completion on the out route. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get the third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Noles look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. Swings it out to the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind him, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, no!
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Boston College stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Chestnut Hill. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
To throw on 3rd. Hauls it in. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. The quick out. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. And the Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it. And it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? The play-action fake. Into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. Throwing right. It's complete. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him this. It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Wide receiver going in motion. The offense changing the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Really needed to get some distance on that punt from this spot on the field, and he did. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to
turning it on. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The these third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan State looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, one pothole after another. They're trailing by 21 to Texas A&M. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to go deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Will the play calling be? Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. offense here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Oh, that is a road for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
The run to the left. Breaks into the open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Some misdirection with the counter. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
Oh, he's got some space. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. This time they'll go to the running game. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida Atlantic is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time. They're up by 18 over Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got the quick pass. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're setting up the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keees the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Balls and fired complete. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Seminoles. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO fired complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And I'm not surprised they went to him again. Hey, he's already had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's had some success and been physical. But how about the defense? Ready for him? I guess they've learned their lesson, right? They've already given up 2. They weren't giving up a 3rd.
Gets it out quickly.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response, trying to get themselves back in the football game.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Throws to the wideout. And the full dive and grab down the left side. And the Tigers will hustle to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazy.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Man, how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And the extra point was good. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Going to the ground. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate as well.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Across the 35. Turning it on. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He might want another play. 3rd down play from the gun. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He's at the 50, the 30. He's at the touchdown Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. BYU is running away with this one, and they're just itching to ring that victory bell. They're up by 38 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Noles will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Red pass, it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a 1st down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
This crowd even louder now on 2nd down as they try to hold on. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for two right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Looking down the middle. And they're not on the same page there.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game, late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. The Noles will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. The inside handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Touchdown, Auburn. They take the lead here in overtime. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1. And now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Looking to throw. They did not get it, and they'll lose the game by 1. Pushed all the chips to the middle of the table in overtime, and it did not pay off.